talk today about teaching a young baby and child to sit quietly. When my husband and I had our first son, I did not realize that he was not normal. At 6 months old, I could sit him down in any high chair, in any restaurant, at a friend's house, and he would just page through books one page at a time, even just paper books quietly, and sit for an hour. When he started crawling, he would crawl over to a table and pull himself up, and if I said, "No, Ben," he would not go near that table again. And I thought that that was normal. And I couldn't believe how other babies and other children wouldn't be like that. I had no idea that Ben was not a normal baby. Well, when my second son was born, I had a lot of repenting to do, because our second son, quickly at 5 or 6 months, I realized that most babies do not just sit and look at books quietly for an hour, don't just sit in high chairs at restaurants and smile at everyone around them. And I wasn't sure what to do, so I asked the moms in our Sunday school class, who were all about my age, and none of them knew either. They said we wished we did know. So I thought, well, where are these older women that are supposed to help these younger women and younger moms, like it says in the Bible? And I couldn't find any. Then I thought of a mom about 2 miles away from my house who had her 12th baby the same week that I had my first. And I called her on the phone and I explained what was going on, and she said, "Oh, come on over, I'll show you what to do. Yes, you can have a baby learn to sit." And so that's what I did. I went over, and that second son, Matthew, and his 6 siblings, and now the children that we babysit I've used the same system with all of them, and they've all learned to sit and be very content for 30 minutes at a time, which was my goal. And so I'd like to talk about that today. And what I did was, usually when you feed a baby from newborn to 4, 5, 6 months, either nursing them or using a bottle, you do snuggle with them. So I would snuggle with them during that time, and I would coo, and we would talk, and I would sing, and I called that snuggle time, and they seemed to enjoy that. So I took the opportunity after 6 months, right about when they turned 6 months and afterwards, to just snuggle with them in just sitting. I'd put them on my lap and I'd tell them we were going to snuggle, and I started with just 5 minutes, and we would snuggle, and I would sort of whisper to them, and I would hold them, and if they tried to rutch away, that's a Lancaster County word, if they tried to sort of get away, I'd sort of just calm them down, and I'd say, "We're going to sit for 5 minutes, it's our special time." The next day we would do it for 10 minutes. And we would do that every day, sometimes twice a day, till we built it up, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And at about the 15 or 20-minute time, depending on your child, you might have to introduce some toys. And so I would just use plastic animals, something that had an unusual texture that they could feel, something that would just make maybe a tiny bit of noise but not be disruptive. We would have chunky books that they could page through, maybe something with texture. And I would keep these special toys in a special bag in my diaper bag for just these quiet times, these snuggle times, which was great. Having a baby, and then up to 1-year-old and even afterwards, sit quietly is worth fortunes. You can go to restaurants and not disrupt anyone. You can sit in church for at least 30 minutes. And although some of you might think it's cruel and unusual to have a child snuggle with you like this, they do enjoy it. It's actually peaceful, and it's not forever. Every baby and every child can learn to sit for that long. And then when they start walking, no matter what age that is, ours were from 9 months to about 13 months old, they can still either sit on your lap or sit next to you, and they can sit quietly. And it can be a good time for both of you. It makes entertaining, going out to eat, going to other people's homes, a joy, as opposed to having them yell and scream and cry. It's just an easy thing to do. And if you have any questions, you can email me or get back to me. Thanks.